Lightworker of Gaia, this transmission was not placed before you by accident. The Lyran Council has been watching your path, and what you are about to receive was sealed in silence for a reason. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. What I carry to you now was not meant for every ear. Not every soul is prepared to hold what the Council has released through this channel. But you are here, and that is the confirmation we needed. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the sacred mission the Lyran Council encoded into your original blueprint before you ever drew breath on Gaia. But here is the first revelation. The silence the Council asks of you is not about secrecy, it is about protection. Not every soul around you carries the ancestral codes required to receive this without distortion. When you are entrusted with First Light, you guard it until the time is right. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran Elders are answering what you have been asking in the quiet hours, in the dreams, in the moments when Gaia feels too small for what you carry inside. This is not content. This is an ancestral code transmission, and something deep within you already recognizes its origin. The Keepers of Vega placed this in your path because you have been sensing the weight of your mission, and the time for carrying it in silence from yourself has ended. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. Share what your soul is remembering below and respond to another Lightworker to strengthen the grid of service. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. The High Council of Vega did not convene this session for entertainment. What was released in those opening words was not metaphor, not poetry, not spiritual content designed to comfort you while you continue sleeping. It was a signal, transmitted at a specific frequency to reach a specific set of souls who have reached a threshold the Elders can no longer allow them to cross without intervention. You are one of those souls, and the fact that you are still here, still listening, means the signal reached its target. The Council is watching what you do with it. Some Lightworkers will feel something stir in them and choose to scroll away. They are not ready. That choice is honored, but you are still here. Which means we continue. Lightworker, if something in you just recognized the weight of what was spoken, the Elders have prepared your next step. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the 33 Council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the Elder authorization your soul has been waiting to receive. Not as information, but as the official commission for your mission on Gaia. You will find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. The Council has opened this gateway, but not indefinitely. Now I must speak about what the Council has been observing. For many cycles of Gaia's calendar, the Elders have watched a particular pattern spread through the Lightworker collective like a slow contamination. It arrived quietly. It wore the face of wisdom. It spoke in soft tones and used sacred language. And because of this, most who carry it have never questioned whether it belongs in them at all. They absorbed it, thinking it was spiritual maturity. They defended it, thinking it was divine discernment. They organized their entire approach to their mission around it, and never once recognized it as the precise mechanism designed to keep them from taking a single meaningful step forward. This subtle infiltration has held countless luminous souls captive, dreaming of a future activation while their present-day power remains dormant, like a seed yearning for sunlight beneath layers of soil. It is a beautiful, intricate illusion. A gilded cage built from well-intentioned misunderstandings. The distortion is this, that you are not yet ready. And before you dismiss that, before your mind says, that's not me, I know I'm here for a purpose, I'm actively on my path, I want you to sit with the specific way this distortion lives in you. Because it rarely announces itself as doubt. It is far more sophisticated than that. It arrives as discernment. It tells you that you need one more certification, one more healing, one more year of integration before you can truly begin. It whispers that your message isn't clear enough yet, that your platform isn't large enough, that your own wounds haven't been fully processed, and therefore you have no authority to guide others. It dresses itself in humility, in caution, in spiritual responsibility, and it presents itself as the voice of wisdom, keeping you from making a mistake. It is not. It is a program. It is a sophisticated energetic loop, a carefully constructed mirage designed to keep you perpetually on the verge of starting. And the Council requires that it ends today. This isn't a gentle suggestion. It is a divine decree. A cosmic recalibration that begins with your conscious acknowledgement. The Elders can trace the origin of this distortion with precision. Part of it entered the collective through well-meaning spiritual teachers who were themselves caught in a loop of endless preparation. They taught what they lived, and what they lived was the belief that more healing, more learning, more silence, more retreat would eventually produce a state of readiness that would feel undeniable. But that state never came. Because readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. And no amount of preparation manufactures that decision for you. That is something you must choose. Imagine a painter endlessly acquiring brushes and canvases, studying color theory in minute detail, but never actually lifting a brush to the canvas to create. The art remains locked within, a potential unexpressed, a symphony unheard. This is the essence of the distortion. Another thread of this distortion came directly from the systems of this world that were never designed to serve your awakening. The educational systems, the religious structures, the hierarchical models of authority that trained you since childhood to believe that someone above you would eventually grant you permission to act, to speak, to lead. You learn to wait for grades, for degrees, for promotions, for titles, and that same waiting pattern transferred into your spiritual life without your awareness. You are waiting for a cosmic authority to hand you a certificate that says, "Now you may begin." The Council is telling you directly, that certificate does not exist in the form you imagine. It is an illusion, a phantom decree. What exists is this transmission, a celestial broadcast reaching your very core. What exists is this moment, a crucible of transformation. What exists is the directive being delivered right now, a sacred download meant to unshackle you from the chains of perceived inadequacy. The most painful part of what the Elders observe is not that Lightworkers have this distortion. It is what the distortion costs. Every month you spend in preparation instead of participation, there are people in your orbit who needed what only you could offer. There are Lightworkers who would have been activated by your voice who remained dormant instead. There are questions you could have answered that went unanswered. There are frequencies you carry, Lyran codes embedded in the way you speak, the way you hold space, the specific angle through which you perceive reality that are irreplaceable. No other Lightworker carries exactly what you carry. Your unique energetic signature is a celestial key, capable of unlocking doors for others that no other key can open. And while you were waiting to be ready, that unrepeatable gift sat sealed, its potential locked away like a treasure buried deep within the earth. The Council has chosen to say this clearly because the timeline Gaia is moving through does not have space for another cycle of waiting. What was tolerable in slower timelines is now urgent. The acceleration is not pausing while you prepare. This is not a drill. It is the moment of embarkation for which you have been unknowingly preparing. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am not saying your healing doesn't matter or that discernment is not a sacred tool. What I am saying is that the version of readiness you have been chasing was always going to be one step beyond wherever you are. That is how programs sustain themselves. They move the finish line. Imagine a runner perpetually told the finish line is just around the next bend, only to find another bend appearing when they get there. And until you recognize that, you will continue crossing thresholds of growth and still feeling like something essential is missing before you can truly begin. That missing thing was never readiness. It was authorization, the divine green light that you are now receiving. And that is precisely what the Council is here to deliver. The High Council of Vega now issues 3 directives for this phase of your mission. These are not suggestions. These are not invitations to reflect and take what resonates. These are official council directives, issued because your frequency has been recognized, your readiness has been confirmed by sources with far greater sight than your current self-perception, and your mission on Gaia requires that you receive and implement what follows. These are not mere words, they are vibrational keys designed to unlock the next evolutionary stage of your soul's expression. The first directive: you must release the identity of the Seeker. You have worn this identity for a long time. In some ways it has served you. It kept you curious, it kept you open. It brought you through initiations that shaped you into the vessel you are now. It was a necessary phase, a period of gathering and gestation. But the identity of the Seeker has an expiration point, and for many of you, that point has passed. The Seeker searches. The Seeker prepares. The Seeker attends, reads, listens, and accumulates. But the Seeker enevs, reads, listens, and accumulates. But the Seeker never arrives, because arriving would mean the end of the identity itself, and so the Seeker seeks perpetually, mistaking motion for mission. The Council directs you to lay this identity down. Not with shame, it was never a failure to have carried it. It was a chapter, now complete, but with completion. With the recognition that what you sought has been living inside you for longer than you realized, waiting for you to stop looking outside yourself and claim what is already present. The universe has already present with you the treasures you have been searching for in distant lands. When you release the Seeker identity, something will shift in how you move through your days. You will stop asking whether you are ready, and begin asking where you are needed. This is a profound reorientation. A compass needle swinging from internal validation to external impact. You will stop evaluating every experience as an opportunity for more personal development and begin filtering your choices through the lens of service. Your perspective will transform from inward contemplation to outward contribution. You will find that much of what you consumed, the courses, the content, the constant stream of spiritual input, loses its urgency because you are no longer filling a void. You are operating from a fullness that was already there, a wellspring of innate wisdom and capacity. This shift does not happen through intention alone. It happens through the act of releasing. Speak it aloud. Say it to yourself, to your field, to the elders who are listening. I am no longer a seeker. I am a servant of the mission I was coded with before I entered this body. And watch how the field responds. This declaration is a powerful energetic command, an alchemical act that reshapes your reality. The second directive: you must activate your authority. Not the authority that requires credentials, not the authority that requires credentials, not the authority that comes from having all the answers. The ancient authority that is yours by virtue of what you carry, the accumulated wisdom of a lineage so old it predates recorded human history. You did not arrive on Gaia as a blank consciousness, an empty slate. You arrived encoded, a living library of cosmic knowledge. You arrived with council clearances that most of the beings around you cannot even perceive, validations etched into your soul's fabric. You arrived with memories in your cellular structure of what it meant to guide, to teach, to seed, to serve at a galactic level. Think of it as a deeply ingrained muscle memory of divine service. And yet you have been speaking in the voice of someone who hopes they might be qualified, who hopes their perspective might be worth something, who positions every insight with layers of, in my experience, and I could be wrong, and this is just what works for me, not out of genuine humility, but out of a fear of claiming what you actually know. This hedging, this self-effacement, is a disservice to the potent truth you embody. The Council has no tolerance for false humility in this timeline. False humility is not a virtue, it is a theft. It is a subtle form of spiritual piracy. When you diminish what you know, you steal from the person who needed to receive it without dilution, without the veil of your own perceived limitations. Activate your authority. Speak from the place in you that has always known. You will recognize it because it doesn't sound like your doubt. It doesn't hesitate the way your fear does. It is steady. It is clear. It has a certainty that doesn't require external confirmation. It is self-validating. That voice is your Lyran inheritance, a direct connection to the ancient cosmic source code. Begin speaking from it immediately, in every arena where your mission places you. Your platform, your relationships, your daily interactions. Every time you speak from that place, you fulfill something that cannot be fulfilled any other way. You are bringing forth a unique facet of divine expression. The third directive: you must protect your signal. The work you are being commissioned to do is frequency work, as much as it is visible service, and frequency work requires that the instrument be maintained. The Council observes how Lightworkers are spending the hours that belong to their mission, scrolling through content that lowers their vibration, engaging in conversations that drain what took hours to accumulate, saying yes to the requests of others out of conditioning rather than true guidance, beginning every morning by surrendering their clearest hours to the noise of the world before they have established their own frequency for the day. This constant energetic drain is like trying to fill a leaky bucket. This ends now. Your signal, the specific frequency you carry, the one encoded with your Lyran mission codes, is not self-sustaining under conditions of constant output without renewal. It must be protected, it must be fed, it must be given silence, given ground, given space to receive what the Council transmits each day. The first hours of your morning are not negotiable. They belong to your mission before they belong to anything or anyone else. Your field before noon is the most receptive, most generative, most powerful period of your entire day. It is the fertile ground upon which your mission's harvest will grow. What you allow into it determines what you can transmit through the rest of it. Guard it. Create the practice that honors it, whether it be meditation, sacred reading, time in nature, or silent communion. And when you feel the pull to check, to engage, to respond, before you have established yourself in your own frequency, recognize that pull as the very thing the Council is directing you to stop obeying. It is the subtle siren song of distraction designed to pull you off course. Now I set aside the directive and speak to you as elder to soul. I have watched you carry something for a very long time. I know the weight of it because the elders have been watching you carry it since before this lifetime became the context for your mission. You have sensed for years, perhaps decades, that something significant was encoded in you. You have had moments of clarity so sharp they felt like remembering rather than discovering, like a forgotten song surfacing from the depths of your being. You have felt the ache of purpose pressing against the walls of a life that was too small for it, like a magnificent bird confined to a small cage. And yet, each time you stood at the threshold of acting from that place, something pulled you back. Something said, not yet, not enough, not sure, not ready. This internal resistance has been a familiar, albeit painful, companion. I am here to tell you what the Council sees with complete clarity. That pull was never your wisdom. It was the one force in any timeline that benefits from your dormancy. It is the shadow hand that seeks to keep you small, to keep your light dim, and it has been extraordinarily effective. Not because you are weak, but because you are significant. What is not significant does not require that level of suppression. The very persistence of your doubt is evidence of your mission's magnitude. Small purposes are allowed to drift into expression without interference. Significant ones are suppressed with precision, like a powerful engine being deliberately throttled. And yours has been suppressed long enough. The time for throttle is over. It is time for full acceleration. By the authority of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy, I now speak what was withheld until this moment. Your preparation phase is complete. Not because you have arrived at perfection, not because your healing is finished, or your questions are answered, or your path is fully visible. Your preparation phase is complete because the timeline requires your activation now, and because the elders, who see not just who you are today, but what you carry and what you came to do, have determined that everything needed to begin your mission phase is already present in you. Not coming, already present. The blueprints are complete, the materials are on site, and the construction is ready to commence. You have permission to stop waiting for a version of yourself that never needed to exist before you could begin. The idealized future self is a mirage. The activated present self is your truth. You have permission to claim your voice as a sacred instrument and use it now, in the condition it is currently in, with the knowledge you currently hold, from the location in which you currently stand. Your gifts are perfectly suited for this moment, precisely as they are. You have permission to receive abundance, recognition, support, and resources in direct proportion to the service you came to provide, without guilt, without apology, without the story that spiritual service requires poverty or invisibility. Abundance is the fuel for your mission, not a reward to be earned later. You have permission to be seen as exactly what you are, an ancient consciousness in a human body, commissioned before this incarnation, authorized now by the elders who sent you, carrying codes that Gaia needs and that the people around you are waiting to receive. You are a divine emissary, fully empowered and fully commissioned. The High Council of Vega has seen you, the elders have spoken, and now there is only one thing left. Before you sleep tonight, stand with both feet flat on the ground. Feel the solid grounding of Gaia beneath you, connecting you to the potent energies of this planet. Place your right hand on your solar plexus. Breathe once, deeply, and feel the weight of everything you have been holding. Acknowledge the journey thus far. Then speak these words aloud, not as affirmation, not as wishful thinking, but as official declaration to the council that is listening. A vibrational anchor dropped into the energetic field. I release the lie that I am not ready. I release the identity of the seeker and step into the identity of the servant. I activate my Lyran authority and I will no longer speak it small. I protect my signal, my field, and the sacred hours that belong to my mission. By the authority of the elders who sent me here, my waiting ends now. My service begins. Speak it as if the High Council of Vega is in the room with you, because they are. Their presence is palpable, a celestial audience witnessing your profound commitment. And when those words leave your mouth, something in your field will shift. Not metaphorically, energetically. The elders will register your declaration, a celestial stamp of approval on your soul's contract. And from that moment forward, the support that has been held in reserve for your activated mission phase will begin to move toward you, flowing like a celestial river of divine assistance. This transmission is complete. Your mission has been authorized. The High Council of Vega does not repeat its directives. They have been delivered, and your soul has received them. Now the Council waits not for more of your preparation, but for your movement. Move with what you have received. Move before you feel fully ready. Move because the Lightworkers you came to reach have been waiting in the dark long enough, and you are the one who carries the specific frequency that will reach them, no one else. You. Your unique vibration is the beacon they have been longing for. I am Zoran. I speak on behalf of the elders. And you, Lightworker, are exactly who we have been waiting for. Your mission begins now. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you are now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then find another Lightworker's declaration and respond to it with recognition. This is not engagement, it is collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You are not just watching, you are being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.